Hey everyone, Justin Smith here, scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama magazine. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you're not subscribed to Touchdown Alabama on YouTube, go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me below really quickly. Also be sure to leave a like whether you are subscribed or not. Today I am breaking down some breaking news as the Crimson Tide just picked up a verbal commitment from five-star running back Emmanuel Henderson out of Geneva County High School in Hartford, Alabama. Henderson becomes the Tide's fifth commit in the 2022 recruiting class, their first running back pledge, their second five-star commit as he joins five-star quarterback Ty Simpson as one of the Tide's five-star pledges in the 2022 recruiting class. Chose Alabama over Auburn, Clemson, Georgia, and those schools were included in his top 10 heading into this decision. Something that's really interesting about Henderson's recruitment as of late, within the last week or so, multiple schools have offered him the opportunity to play football and basketball at the next level, including Auburn and Georgia, who did so on yesterday. Alabama has yet to give Henderson that opportunity. They did give that opportunity to multiple prospects in the 2021 recruiting class, including two prospects who eventually signed with them in Quincy McKinstry and Terrion Arnold. That is something that could happen down the line for Emmanuel Henderson, so that is something to just pay attention to moving forward in his recruitment with him being verbally committed to Alabama at the moment. I can see several schools continuing to recruit Henderson, although he is verbally committed to Alabama because of what he brings to the table. This is a very versatile running back, a prospect who could easily be listed as an athlete on most recruiting sites. He currently stands at 6'1" and weighs approximately 180 pounds. Geneva County High School uses him all over their offense, including at slot wide receiver, plays wildcat quarterback, especially within the red zone, plays running back mainly, but he also plays a little bit of defense because Geneva County High School is a 2A high school. They play in one of the lower classifications inside the state of Alabama, so sometimes he has to play on offense and defense. He is also a weapon in the kick and punt return game, which is something that could translate to the next level, but he is also very versatile at the running back position. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He has a lot of experience at doing that, with him having experience at lining up at wide receiver within Geneva County's offense. This is also a kid who is very explosive in the open field when he gets to the second level around those linebackers and safeties. He's able to make them look foolish sometimes with his ability to change direction with great speed, with great efficiency. Shows a lot of great fluidity when he's putting moves together in the open field as well. So there's a lot to like about Emmanuel Henderson. I do feel that several schools will continue to recruit the five-star running back, although Alabama has his verbal pledge at the moment. When it comes to how Alabama was able to pull him in, I think it had a lot to do with the Tide safeties coach and Alabama area recruiter Charles Kelly, who was the main recruiter for Emmanuel Henderson. I think that played a huge role in the Tide picking up Henderson on today, because Henderson constantly talked about how much he loved Alabama's coaching staff, how much he loved his relationship with Alabama's safeties coach Charles Kelly. Talked about how he was a good man when I talked to him earlier in his junior season. So I definitely think Charles Kelly was a major contributor in the Crimson Tide landing Emmanuel Henderson on today. I think this is a big commitment for the Crimson Tide, and it is a big pull for several different reasons. Auburn was Emmanuel Henderson's dream school growing up. As I said earlier, they gave him the opportunity to play football and basketball on yesterday, so that makes Alabama pulling in Henderson very impressive on today. You guys can check out Emmanuel Henderson's profile over at touchdowналabama.com, along with all of the Tide's pledges in the 2022 recruiting class. Although Henderson is a great running back pickup for the Tide in the 2022 recruiting class, the Tide may not be done recruiting running backs in the 2022 recruiting cycle. On a recent episode of The Process, Crimson Tide Recruiting, I talked about all of the other running backs you guys need to know moving forward in terms of the 2022 recruiting class, in terms of Alabama continuing to recruit running backs, because I think this is a class where we may see the Tide pull in multiple running backs, most likely two guys. They have recently offered a couple of other 2022 running backs, so I can definitely see the Crimson Tide adding two running backs in this 2022 recruiting class, especially with Emmanuel Henderson's versatility. You may want to bring in another guy who could be more of a true running back. And I want to close basically this breakdown of this breaking news as the Crimson Tide were able to pull in 5-star running back Emmanuel Henderson with the discussion of his size. We are going to hear a lot of people talk about Henderson's size, talk about how he needs to add on weight, and that is true, but I would say do not let his size fool you. He was really impressive when I saw him in action as a junior. I was really impressed with the strength that he was able to show. I can definitely see that he was in the weight room before that junior season. He is working to add on some more weight. He is working to add on some muscle. And although he has a slim frame, he still runs with toughness. He still runs with a lot of tenacity. So I would not worry too much about his weight. That is something that once he get on to the campus of the University of Alabama, I think that is something that should quickly change. I think that is something that should not be a problem in the future. But that is what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on Touchdown Alabama's YouTube page. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button below. I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama magazine.